All right, guys, good morning. I just wanted to take a minute here and show you what I'm bringing for my cooking system on the trail this year. And I went with the Soto Amicus plus Cookset combo. Before I get started, I just want to thank one of my followers for telling me how to hold the camera to create some better videos. So thanks for that. And again, this is going to be my cook system. So I have opened this. I lit it up already. So this is the box that it comes in. Inside the box, you're going to get this. So we got this mesh sack. And then with the sack, in addition, you're going to get two pots, a large and a small. The large is 1,000 milliliters, which is a 1 liter. And the small is 500 milliliters, which is a half a liter. So you get your small pot and you get your large pot. You're also going to get your stove, and it comes in this nice little carrying pouch. Now I added these two because I lit it already. This is a handkerchief just to kind of clean out my pot, but it also prevents my fuel canister from making all types of crazy noise inside the pot. So fuel canister, handkerchief does not come with it, but again, you get your sack, you get your two pots, and you get your stove. Okay, let me see. Now, typically speaking, when you see a lot of these thru hikers and whatnot, they really use these two kinds of like backcountry stoves. I can't really speak on others because I really don't have experience with any of them, including this. But you have some that burn these canisters like propane or white gases, and then you're also going to have the ones that use like alcohol and esbit. I'm sorry. Typically, stoves that require canisters, they're usually always more powerful. They'll boil the water and cook the food much faster than a stove that doesn't use canisters. And from what I've read, these things have become a lot lighter in recent years. But keep in mind like the weight of the canister and stuff like that when figuring out your cooking system. It's kind of bad to say I don't pay as much attention to weight as some people may. I know it's very important and it could be detrimental to a hike, but I'm kind of more in the realm of 25% or less of your body weight is a better rule of thumb than, having 100-pound female, trying to carry the same weight as me, or having me trying to carry the same weight as her isn't as realistic to me. But I understand. I do want to pack light, and I know it'll only make it easier for me. But I'm 250 pounds, so 25% of that is 62 and a half versus 25% of 100 is 25. So, like I said, I'm conscientious of it, but a few more ounces here and there to make things convenient for me, it doesn't matter. I bought this from REI. I'll just give you the technical specs of it. For those interested, they say it's 11.2 ounces the weight, and that's with the stove, the two pots, and the mesh sack. That's not including your fuel canister and like a utensil. These fuel canisters you can get them a little bit cheaper, but at REI, this particular one was $4.95. Okay, so to use it if you're interested, and one of the reasons why I went with this one versus some of the other popular similar ones was I like the fact that it has these 4 stabilization legs on top. Some of the other ones I've seen only had 3. I'm sure most are like this, but as you can see, it's got some play, so it's self-leveling. It has a regulator here for your gas, and then it also has your igniter. So, to attach it, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but there's a threaded side. You thread it onto your gas. Quicker is better because, you know, a little bit of gas is going to escape before it meets the seal. I don't know if you heard that, but it did there. And that's basically it, okay? It's on. Now, I tested it earlier, or actually it was yesterday, but I tested it earlier, and what I did was I filled up a half a liter. I filled up this and poured it into this, and then I placed it like yay. I put a cover on it, and I waited for this smaller pot to start rattling, and I knew my water was boiled. And it actually took about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Yes, I was actually timing it. So that seemed really quick to me. And I don't know, like, they got these jet boils and other ones. I don't know, like, what the timing is on this stuff, but I thought that was pretty, it seemed really quick to me. So to light it, I'll just light it up real quick. I'm going to slightly turn the gas. I don't know if you guys have experience with, like, you know, torches and soldering pipes and whatnot. I do, but if you crank the gas like full power, you know, or yeah, full pressure, whatever you want to say, and then hit the igniter, it's almost, if you can believe it, it's almost like the pressure of the gas blows out the spark. So you really don't want to just crank this thing full speed. You want to just give it a little crank. You'll hear the gas start to escape slowly, and it starts on the first shot. And then you could just increase it as you go. Now, I mean, this thing cranks. That's not even all the way up, but there's no need to do that right now. See, so it's like yay. So it's nice, you know? So it's very simple to use. Like I said, it seems like it's going to be very efficient for me to, you know, I don't have to boil my water for coffee. I just really have to heat it. So it shouldn't even take that long, a couple minutes, and I got a nice cup of coffee in the morning. You know, and that's it. So, you know, like I said, I'd be lying if I said I had experience with this, but my first impression and, you know, the quality of it and the way everything feels is, you know, I'm happy with it, and I don't really anticipate having any issues with this one. So yeah, and I just quickly show you if I could just get this packed up real quick. This is a little bit warm, I'm aware of that, but it's not too bad. I'll stick it in here, back in its case, as it burns a hole in the bag. We'll just stick it in there like that. Okay. And I'll just pack it up again real quick. Again, I got my hanky. I'm actually probably going to get something a little bit thicker than this because it still has some room to move around. I'll probably get a microfiber cloth in there, but you know, you stick that in. Gas. My utensil, I ended up going with the Sea Summit longer handled titanium because with those like pasta side bags, they're like, you know, they're kind of deep, and with a shorter spork, you're like getting your fingers all in your hands in there. So I think the longer spork was better, but it doesn't fit in this, which I don't know. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I thought that would be nice just to have everything, even my utensil in here. This little mesh sack, when you close it all the way down, as you could see, there's still room for these to separate, so it made quite a bit of noise in my bag. So I just twisted this to pull some of the slack out of the sack, and then with the excess cord, I just wrapped it around like this, and I had to adjust the knot slightly. You know, the knot that's tied on the top. I had to adjust that slightly to make it a little bit tighter, but now like this, it's got no room to open, so that made it much quieter. I did some shakedown hikes with this to test it out, and in the beginning, like I said, it kind of made that noise This is quiet now, except for a little bit. I mean, going like this, you hear the gas a little bit, like I said. So I'm going to just try to increase the size of that cloth inside. Maybe another handkerchief, or like I said, maybe just something microfiber. But yeah, that's it. Again, if you were interested, I mean, I like it. It's the Soto Amicus. I got it from REI for $44.95. And yeah, this is what I went with. See you guys later.